a big decision. It's actually a big decision for me too. I do believe in you. I want you to take this position.
Dixie, I have already closed the book on this part of my life.
Hulk, the writing is on the wall. So what's it gonna be? Are you, Hulk Hogan, gonna run this company and be the general manager?
Well, if you're saying that you got my back, we might as well tell everybody Impact Wrestling, as of this moment, has a brand new general manager. Now that the Stinger has my back, what you gonna do when the brand new general manager runs wild on you?
With Hulk Hogan now in charge of Impact Wrestling, the Hulkster has called everyone to the ring for a meeting.
It's a new day here on Impact Wrestling. Hulk Hogan has taken the keys.
Welcome to Impact Wrestling. It's a very big night here for us, and I've asked all the wrestlers to join us out here to introduce a man who needs no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, Hulk Hogan!
Yes, a new era has arrived in Impact Wrestling with the recommendation of Sting, who promises to have his back, and with the support of TNA President Dixie Carter. Hulk Hogan is the boss.
Very exciting time right now. All week I've been waiting for this, man. I've been amped up, pumped up to just see what Hogan's gonna do. Like you said, a new day. I got a funny feeling, Mike. Hogan's gonna just put a fresh coat of paint right here on Impact Wrestling, right over Impact Wrestling, and it's gonna be red and yellow, baby.
First order of business for Hulk: gather the troops, and just like you, Taz, I am curious about what Hogan is going to say to the members of the Impact Wrestling roster.
Well, let me tell all the maniacs, it's nice to be the general manager and be back in the saddle right here on Impact, brother. You know, I have to thank the Stinger, brother, because there's no way on God's green earth I would have stepped in this ring without you watching my back, brother, without a doubt. And Dixie Carter, thank you so much for the second chance. I really appreciate it. You know, guys, we got a lot of business we need to take care of because Impact is on a fast track, and it feels like the wheels are coming off the train. So we got new ideas. I met with creative today. We got a lot of new segments. There's going to be a lot of new things happening with this company. But the business at hand right now is lockdown. So the new general manager is going to take care of some lockdown business right now, brother. So Big Man Morgan and you, Crimson, I'm going to lock you two monsters in a steel cage, and this is officially going to end at lockdown between you two. Now on to more lockdown business. Our TNA Knockouts champ, Gail, I've been having a hard time with all the competition here at Impact Wrestling. I can't figure out who the #1 contender is. I can't figure out who should be in the ring with you. That's why tonight we're going to have a Knockouts Championship Challenge. And we're going to find out who deserves to be the #1 contender and who's going to get in the ring with our champ. And we're going to find out tonight. To move forward with some other business. One of the things I need to handle right now before I go any farther is I need to get Eric Bischoff out here right now. You and I need to talk about something right this minute.
Hey, he ain't here. Hey, he's not here, brother.
What do you mean he's not here, Flair?
You don't tell nobody what to do. You don't tell nobody what to do.
Let me tell you something, Flair.
You don't tell me nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something.
You ain't telling me nothing.
Because I'm the new general manager here.
Then I'll have Bischoff here.
Well, you better get him here tonight.
I'll get him here.
If you're speaking for Eric Bischoff,
yeah,
you better make sure he's here tonight.
For Ric Flair and Eric Bischoff. You're going to end up back in the hospital.
Well, I guess in the mind of the world heavyweight champion, Bobby Roode, he arrives when he wants to. All of a sudden, he's on his own schedule.
You know something, champ? It's nice of you to join us here tonight, and I'm not really getting off on you being fashionably late.
Late? I mean, according to the champ's watch, I'm right on time. You see, Hulk, I kind of do what I want, and how I want. And since I'm out here right now, I just kind of want to put you on notice. You can ask the former general manager how things went when he pushed his authority towards the champ. There is nothing and nobody that will stop me from being the most dominant world heavyweight champion in the history of this company, including you. And if you don't believe the champ, you can even ask Dixie Carter. Isn't that right, Dixie? My only obligation from this point forward is April 15th at Lockdown, when I will walk into the steel cage and humiliate and embarrass and successfully defend my World Heavyweight Championship against the Cowboy, James Storm. So until then, Hulkster, the champ's out of here.
Whoa, Mr. Late Bobby Roode, Impact Champion. Maybe you didn't hear, but things are changing around here, brother. Mr. Anderson, come on up here, bro. Come on up here, man. Yeah, come on up. Speaking of what the fans want, everybody here in Impact Wrestling wanted Mr. Anderson, and it's so nice to be back in the ring with you, brother. And talking about what the fans want, brother, the fans want to see you, champ, go head-to-head with Mr. Anderson tonight, brother, and that's happening.
I don't have to do that. I got to defend this. What? Tell him no. No. Tell him no. No.
Not gonna happen.
And that's going down tonight, brother. You and Mr. Anderson.
Screw you, Hogan. Screw you too, Anderson.
You know what? That's what the fans want, and it looks like Mr. Roode doesn't like it very much. But speaking about someone else who might not like it very much, Mr. Kurt Angle. You know, I heard you running your yap that you weren't going to wrestle Jeff Hardy at Lockdown. Well, you're completely right. It's true. It's really true. You're not going to wrestle Jeff Hardy at Lockdown. Wow. Well, Kurt Angle, I'm listening to the fans, and what the fans are saying is they want Kurt Angle to wrestle Jeff Hardy tonight. And guess what? Guess what, Kurt Angle? It's happening right now, brother. Right now.
It has taken
in this ring.
only one meeting to confirm that Hulk Hogan is a man of action. Kurt Angle, you're not dictating the Hulk. Angle versus Hardy, it's just moments away. As we return, the first match on Impact Wrestling of the new era with Hulk Hogan in charge. It's a big one, Taz. It's the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle one-on-one against Jeff Hardy.
Well, this is a main event anywhere in the world. I'm telling you right now, massive match here. Hogan just threw upon both these men. You can see that Kurt Angle wasn't exactly ecstatic about it. Jeff Hardy was into it, but here we go, Angle Hardy.
Well, this is exactly what Jeff Hardy wants, and he's won it at 6th Victory Road. Kurt Angle was the winner in controversial fashion. There was no question that Jeff Hardy deserves a rematch, and Hulk Hogan delivers it now on Impact Wrestling, and Hardy taking the offense right to Angle.
Well, that's what I mean. I think that's what Hulk Hogan is going to bring as the general manager here of Impact Wrestling. He's going to do things like this, where it's out of nowhere, where it catches wrestlers by surprise, which I'm telling you, as a former competitor, it kind of sucks sometimes. But it's great, I believe, for our audience to get these type of matches out of nowhere.
Also keeps the competitors on edge, right?
Absolutely, it does. And you perform better when you're on edge. It's spontaneous. Nice reversals right there of arm bars, arm drags into arm bars.
Pretty sound strategy from Jeff Hardy, especially when you're facing Kurt Angle. Keep Kurt close to you. Try not to let Kurt Angle out-wrestle you.
See, I disagree with Hardy's strategy right now, to be frank with you. I don't think he should try and exchange holds with someone like Kurt Angle. I think that's not in Jeff Hardy's wheelhouse. He's more of a, risk-taker, high-flyer type guy.
But don't you think it's maybe too early in the match for Hardy to go high risk?
You're exactly right. So I'm contradicting myself. I could care less. I'm just saying you don't want to exchange holds with someone like Kurt Angle. He's just dangerous as lethal.
Pay-per-view quality matchup. Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy, just like our World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode versus Mr. Anderson, which is later tonight and still to come on Impact Wrestling. And I guess, Bobby Roode, you're not going to do what you want, when you want, with Hulk Hogan in charge.
No, that's not going to happen too easily for Bobby Roode. Hogan won't go for it. And look at that. Jeff, oh my God, you see Kurt Angle's head hit the bottom of that guardrail. Let's listen to this. Listen, watch this. God, that is sickening thud right there. I mean, you got to realize, too, Mike, Kurt Angle's had multiple surgeries on that neck, and it looks like Kurt might be, I believe he's bleeding. There's some blood on the head of Angle. Ooh. Wow, this thing has just gotten physical real quick. And this is the style match, I believe, especially on the outside, as you see Jeff Hardy break the count. To avoid the count out, this is the type of match that Jeff Hardy wants to have with Kurt Angle.
Oh, man, just when Hardy was trying to make his way back into the ring.
Wow, look at that.
He got caught with the kick as you see the blood flow from the head of Kurt Angle.
Well, that's when there's so much disdain and hatred and anger between two competitors like Angle and Jeff Hardy. I mean, Angle, let's be honest, he's been trying to duck. He's more or less ducking Jeff Hardy, and Hulk Hogan would not have it.
And think
right
about,
against each other.
Think about the issues between these two. It's all about the jealousy that Kurt Angle has over Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, as you can see the quick pin attempt here, Jeff Hardy being the favorite wrestler of Kurt's own son.
Yeah, I mean, and that definitely, I can understand how Kurt Angle, that could drive him a little batty, a little crazy. But right now, Kurt Angle just trying to keep Jeff Hardy at bay. Mike, I got to tell you, let's shift gears for a minute. I cannot wait for this bachelor party tonight that we're having with Eric Young and ODB.
Our cameras were there. It was taped last night. You don't want to miss that. Eric Young's bachelor party still to come as Kurt Angle, he maintains control. We need to take a break, but when we return, more of Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy on Impact Wrestling. As we return to Impact Wrestling, it's Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy's going to try and get this thing turned around in his favor, Taz.
Well, I think that worked. Right now, look, both men are down. Let's take a look at this by Jeff Hardy. This is Jeff Hardy, classic Hardy right here. Look at that. That kick right across the side of the temple of the bloody skull of Kurt Angle.
Opportunity finally there for Hardy to go high risk, and he connects, and maybe now Jeff Hardy can get momentum on his side.
Well, definitely needs it right now because Kurt was in control. Oh, quick duck by Jeff, and Jeff able to drop Angle a couple of times. Look at this, Mike.
Series series of strikes from the charismatic Enigma before it's turned around by Angle, but no! Hardy goes airborne and catches him flush.
Look at Hardy, man. He is locked and loaded, ready to rock and roll. What's he got in mind? Maybe a little twist of fate.
There it is. No! Angle saw it coming. Able to block, counter, and answer with the suplex.
Got the arm trapped, too. That left arm is trapped. Kurt's got... When that one arm is trapped, the impact is even more when Kurt back arches right on the top of the neck and head of Jeff Hardy.
2 times, Angle is taking Hardy overhead, and now a third, and the cover, and the pin, and no, just 2.
You can see Kurt Angle in his eyes. He's just a little concerned, like, how did I not get the victory right there? How did I not beat this man?
Angle has Hardy exactly where he wants. He's got him in his sights. He's waiting for Hardy to get to his feet, and as soon as he does, you know that Angle's gonna pounce. Sneaks up from behind, gonna take him up overhead. No chance there for the Angle. Instead, there it is. Twist of fate from Hardy.
That might be the beginning of the end, as the expression goes. Angle's down and out, and Jeff Hardy on the climb. Oh, wait a minute.
Quick recovery by Angle, taking Hardy off the ropes, into the pin, leg hook, no, just 2.
Tough to kick out of that right there by Jeff Hardy. Take a look at this, Mike. Watch this belly-to-belly suplex by Kurt Angle. Right off the second rope, loads of impact throughout the body of Jeff Hardy.
Angle takes the straps down. Gonna go submission. He's got his patented ankle lock applied. And as far as ring positioning is concerned, he's got Hardy where he wants him, dead center in the middle.
And you can see Angle telling Jeff, tap out. Angle will twist Jeff Hardy's ankle in half. He'll twist it off his leg. Ruthless is Angle.
Impact zone, chanting for Hardy. He's got a long way to go to get a rope break.
Kurt Angle able to pull Jeff Hardy back to the middle.
Again, Angle screaming at Hardy, telling him to tap as Jeff fights through the pain.
Well, the longer Jeff is in this hold, the worse it is for Hardy. I think he can do a lot of damage, that ankle lock. Oh my God, it's gotta hurt like hell. He might be done. He might pass out for the pain, Mike.
Oh, look at that. Able to switch things around. Use his free leg to kick off. Ducks the clothesline. Ooh. Speaking of free leg.
That's that unorthodox offense by Jeff Hardy. Hit you out of nowhere.
Hardy still favoring the injured ankle. Slowly makes his way to the top.
Kurt's grabbing referee Brian Hebner, and how is
he's using Brian Hebner as a human shield to prevent Hardy from coming off the top. Went for the low blow, but it was blocked by Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy one step ahead of Angle.
Exchange, which Hardy gets the better of. Series of right hands, one after the other.
Kurt Angle's in trouble here. Jeff Hardy looking good.
Here he goes. Went for the twist of fate, but Angle able to drop down and roll out.
Yeah, Kurt Angle definitely did the right thing to break the momentum of Jeff Hardy. Kurt Angle got to be careful you don't get counted out here.
And as the referee puts in the count, Kurt Angle is walking away.
You can't beat me on my worst day. Kurt Angle taking a shortcut here. Don't want to face Jeff Hardy anymore. Just going to take the count out. Wow. It's all about taking a shortcut.
Your winner as a result of a count out, Jeff Hardy.
Shortcut. Kurt Angle took the coward's way out.
Yeah, I understand that, Mike. I mean, sometimes you feel like it's not your day to take a guy on, and Kurt Angle, he bailed.
Very good, Kurt. Very good. I told you things are changing around here. You can't run and hide. You can't get disqualified anymore, Kurt. You know something? I'm locking you in a steel cage with Jeff Hardy in lockdown.
Wait a minute.
And it's true. It's really
I already
true,
beat him.
brother.
Come on.
you can't do this! Hogan! You can't do this! I'm Kurt Angle, damn it!
Eric.
Hey, Ric Flair, how's it going, Chad?
Not going good, man. Where are you?
Dude, I told you, man, with Hogan running the show or whatever.
Eric, I don't care what you told me. Eric, it's going down. You got to get to the building. This isn't a game anymore. Hogan's back in power. I'm serious. And he's trying to do some stuff that you and I need to address right away. Please hurry to the building.
You and I, we need to pull the legs out from under him right now, man. I am on my way. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, thank you. Eric. Emergency. 911, please.
I am on my way. I'm on my way now.
Okay, man. Look me up. Quick.
James Storm, Bobby Roode, predictions for lockdown.
Stop. It's Cavzilla. Okay? Cavzilla, all in caps. Okay? Right now, Cavzilla trending worldwide on Twitter, and I'm not even on Twitter. Okay? What? Ask your question.
Cavzilla, predictions. James Storm, Bobby Roode, lockdown.
That is a very easy prediction. Bully Ray, next TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Storm, Roode, Storm. I'm sick of hearing both of their names. Okay? I'm your next world champion. But right now, I'm going to go to the ring, and I'm going to take care of a bigger Actually, it's a smaller problem. And that smaller problem's name is Austin Aries. And if I were you, I wouldn't go anywhere, because something is about to happen. Now, shoot my calves.
Suck, I'm Bully Ray. I am Cavzilla. Austin Aries. Austin, I'm a little confused. Why would a small little boy like you want to piss off a big, bad man like me? Austin, I have eaten chicken wings bigger than you. I have taken craps bigger than you.
It's not often that somebody stands up to the bully. X-Division champion, Austin Aries. He did it last week, and now A-Double just interrupted Bully Ray. Oh, the bully's not going to be happy about this.
Well, Austin Aries, there's no back down to this guy, no matter how big or small the guy is. He's got a heart like a lion. He's ready to fight at all times, but he better be careful, because he's about to step in the ring with a guy who's an extremely dangerous man in Bully Ray.
Something you want to say? Do you have something you want to say?
Whoa! Well, he said it loud and clear.
Had a funny feeling, man, that something like that was going to go down. Austin Aries, an onslaught right now all over Bully Ray. Look at this, man.
How about this physicality from the X-Division champion on Bully Ray?
That's what Aries has to utilize here, is his quickness and speed.
But then there's the power of Bully Ray.
A mega power bomb right there. Good gosh. Take a look at this. Not just a power bomb. Watch how Bully Ray leaves his feet. Look at that. more impact.
Do you know who I am? I said, do you know who I am?
One of those situations where you had to like the courage of Austin Aries, but he ended up paying the price.
Paid the price in a big way. Got to be careful when you just let emotions take over and get physical out of nowhere with a guy who's got size on you and experience.
Insignificant man.
I'm sorry, sir. The food won't be out for another 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not why I'm here. I'm Joseph Park. I'm actually looking for my brother, Chris. Abyss? Well, it seems my brother Chris had a very ravenous appetite. I'm sure he spent many a time here. You sure?
I've only been here a month.
Well, I appreciate your time, my friend. Here is my business card. If you do me a favor and give me a call if you hear anything about it.
Certainly.
I appreciate it. Take care. Oh, wait. You did say 30 minutes on the food, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, still no word on Abyss, but what we do know is that Hulk Hogan has made our main event. World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode versus Mr. Anderson.
Well, check this out, Mike. All former knockout champions compete tonight in a #1 contender match for Gail Kim's knockout title. That happens next.
My prediction for Lockdown. Bobby versus James. Guys that I know very well. Bobby's on top of his game right now. He's a dominant force. But James, I think James has got the edge. Especially if he can get that last call super kick. If he can get that, it's over.
What's up, man?
And then you were standing over there.
You wouldn't have said all those words.
I probably wouldn't.
Hey, but thank you for the kind words. Hogan just told me, since Bobby has a match tonight, that I have to have a match tonight, so I have to find somebody to help me get ready for Lockdown. Somebody, and it's not going to be just any opponent. I want it to be the fastest and the best that TNA has to offer. You know anybody like that?
Keep coming.
Somebody that might be phenomenal.
I know just the man. So you want me to get you ready?
I want you.
I'll tell you what. I'll get you ready. But just so you know, I'm a lot quicker than Bobby Roode. A lot quicker.
Exactly, and that's what I want, because if I can hit you with the last call super kick, I can knock him out really quick.
All right, that sounds fair. But if you can hit me with the last call, if I can tell you that now, it's not gonna happen. Right now, there's no way.
You quick.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is a knockout championship challenge. Introducing first from Richmond, Virginia, Mickey J.
How about Hulk Hogan balancing the books? Not only Bobby Roode, the world champ, versus Mr. Anderson, but James Storm versus AJ Styles, as it is knockout championship challenge time. 6 former champions ready to compete in this elimination matchup.
Only good things can come from doing this match. That's just my personal opinion.
From parts unknown, Winter.
I used to be, back in the day, from Parts Unknown. It's a very dark and dreary place, by the way.
Any idea what the zip code would be?
No. There is no zip code. That's why it's Parts Unknown. But this young lady here, Winter, is a very strange but yet devious person. I know her very well. She's odd. She's out there.
High stakes knockouts matchup. 6 challengers competing to find out who the #1 contender is going to be for Gail Kim, upcoming at Lockdown in Nashville, Tennessee. That's going to be in the cage.
Yeah, that's going to be heavy. I mean, that's what Lockdown's about. From Nashville, Tennessee, it's going to be loaded with intensity, wildness. It's going to be crazy. Just like this knockout challenge is going to be. I can't wait
from
for this.
San Bernardino, California, Tara.
Well, let's talk experience. Out of the 6 competitors in this special knockouts matchup, I would say Tara probably the most experienced 4-time knockout champ.
Tara, not only, to your point, with the most experience, definitely would have the strength advantage out of all of these knockouts, in my view.
And their opponent from Toronto, Canada, Angelina Love.
Angelina Love, a 5-time knockout champion, looks to get back in the title picture, which she can do with a victory tonight. Wonder about the relationships in this matchup. We know that Angelina Love, for an awful long time, was an associate of Winter.
Oh, absolutely. They kind of had that odd, twisted relationship, friendship, as some might call it, meaning Winter and Angelina, but I guess that's for naught now.
And their opponent from Seattle, Washington, Madison Rayne.
Someone else who had something to do with Angelina back in the day.
And also something to do with the knockout champion, Gail Kim. You're talking about the Queen, Madison Rayne, a 3-time knockout champion. If victorious in this matchup, she would go into the cage in Nashville at Lockdown against Gail for the title.
And Gail Kim, our knockouts champ, and this young lady here, Madison Rayne, it seems like things have patched up. We saw the lovely crown be given as a gift from the knockout champ to Madison Rayne. So it's all good in the hood, as they say in Red Hook, between Madison and Gail Kim.
Think they're back on the same page, huh?
I think so, yeah. That's what I kind of just said. I'm glad you're paying attention.
And their opponent from the Big Apple, Velvet Sky.
Well, here we go, my friends.
Oh, I thought you were going to take it from there.
No, you got it. I would never interrupt you while you're talking.
Velvet Sky entrance is sort of your exclusive, isn't it? It's your territory. That's what you tell me.
I don't like to brag and boast too much, but I guess that's not happening tonight. Velvet's all business, and I don't blame her.
Pigeons remain in the coop. Velvet Sky, she never got her rematch when she lost the Knockouts Championship. Let's see if she can earn it, because the Knockouts Championship Challenge is right after this. And it is time to determine who is going to face Gail Kim at Lockdown for the Knockouts Championship. This is the Knockouts Championship Challenge. This is 6 former Knockout champions, all getting an opportunity from Hulk Hogan to get that big title match.
That's what it's about, opportunity. You get a shot, an opportunity, some way, shape, or form towards a championship like the Knockouts title. If you're one of these females here, man, you got to go after it hard in this match.
All about first pin or first submission to not only win the match, but then move right on to Lockdown and the title shot against Gail Kim, as Tara taking it to Winter right into the pin. Here she goes. Here's the cover.
And you can see all these other knockouts coming to break up the cover. To your point, if, let's say, hypothetically, Tara would have won that match, she would be the #1 contender. The other girls would be out in the cold.
It's all about survival for the other knockouts who are standing out on the apron, because it is first pin or submission. Taz, have you heard about Eric Young's bachelor party? Have you heard about the video footage from this?
I haven't seen it, but I heard nothing but amazing things. It's supposed to be the greatest bachelor party of all time. People have told me it makes, like that movie The Hangover, it makes that bachelor party they had look like something like Romper Room on Sesame Street. That's what I'm hearing. Bro, there's like strippers in this thing, pirates. I heard they got like zoo animals, polo ponies, female hot clowns, all sorts of stuff.
Did you mention the pirates and the gypsies?
Gypsies too. Man, I can't wait to see it.
Eric Young's bachelor party is still to come.
I heard there's a zebra in it. I heard there's like a zebra walking around. That's what I heard.
Hardcore Country, Mickie James and Angelina Love fighting for a shot at Gail Kim, the Knockouts title at Lockdown. And have you heard about Lockdown? You can see it larger than life on the big screen. TNA Wrestling, Direct Auto Insurance are going to present Lockdown in select movie theaters. TNAOnscreen.com for all the details.
Mom, I made the big screen. See, I knew it would happen one day.
Sooner or later.
Right now, head scissor right there by Mickie James on Angelina. Like Angelina's wearing some kind of a metallic metal type of...
Here you go again with Taz's fashion tips.
Pointing out the ring gear. And look at that tight headlock again by Mickie James. Completely can control your opponent by the head when you have the hold like that on tight enough.
Shoulder block from Mickie. Able to take down Angelina. Cartwheels over and connects with the drop kick. fired up. Mickie James has the support of the Impact Zone crowd as Angelina able to fight her off and then drop her right across the ropes.
And again, what makes this so intriguing, this match, is that all of these ladies are former Knockouts champions, as we mentioned, which any one of them would be a huge threat towards Gail Kim's championship.
Straight down with the neck breaker. Then they follow pin as Madison Rayne comes in. Madison tries to break things up here, stopping the count.
Well, that was smart. I mean, she did the right thing, in my opinion. That's what we saw at the beginning of the matchup. Nice side slam by Angelina.
See if Angelina can be #1 contender as she goes for that cover, but Tara in, and again, what we mentioned earlier, all about surviving.
Yeah, exactly. The first pin or submission, that person, that lady would be the #1 contender. So you want to break that up. And here comes Mickie James down a couple of uppercuts, a third uppercut.
Quick series of strikes cut off from the outside. Velvet Sky tagged in. Velvet's legal.
Yeah. I don't think Angelina realized that her former Beautiful People partner or friend or BFF was legal, and that is Velvet Sky. So here we go, Velvet and Angelina.
We heard from Velvet last week after the win over Madison Rayne. She pointed out that she never received her rematch for the Knockouts Championship.
Well, it's a great opportunity for Velvet to earn that championship opportunity.
All because of Hulk Hogan. He told us earlier things are going to change here in Impact Wrestling, and we have seen that right from the outset of this broadcast with Hulk Hogan as the boss.
And look at Angelina right there. Just a front slam driving. There we go.
Here he is.
She's driving Velvet Sky right on her back hard.
Come on, Madison. Let's get it. Come on, Madison.
Discussion between Angelina Love and Madison Rayne. Don't turn your back when you've got 5 opponents out here.
Yeah, she got hung up at the moment. I think Madison Rayne got hung up in this thing here and didn't realize that. Tara took advantage.
Big clothesline from Tara. Follow up with the boot to the midsection. Gonna take her up to her shoulders.
There we go.
Straight down, wind up, side slam, pin attempt broken up by Winter.
Yeah, we haven't seen much from Winter in this match yet. And now Velvet again tagging herself in, ever the opportunist.
And then Madison Rayne goes over and on purpose tags in Hardcore Country Mickie James.
I wouldn't do that. I mean, I wouldn't give the opportunity to someone else to become a #1 contender.
Whoa, wow. Well, she had a game plan, didn't she?
Again, she's not. Madison just wasn't paying attention, but was able to counter that roll-up by Velvet Sky.
Again, first pin, first submission win, goes on to lockdown against Gail Kim for the Knockouts Championship. Madison Rayne in control here, but whoa. Angelina Love just sneaks in.
Wow, right across the upper back. That had to hurt like hell, and now look at this. Tara.
Yeah, everybody's going to get involved here. Going to take her up for the Widow's Peak.
Oh, she got it.
Nailed it to perfection. Now Winter in.
Oh, God.
A wind-up backbreaker. Hardcore Country. Mickie James going to go DDT. Oh, what a spike.
Mickie James looking great. Watch out for Velvet, though.
Velvet connects with the boot. Gonna go double underhook.
In your face right there. That's what Velvet calls it.
Cover. Pin. Velvet Sky's the #1 contender.
Your winner, Velvet Sky.
Well, she did it. Velvet did it the good old-fashioned way. She earned it. And not in a one-on-one match in this Knockouts Challenge. Very impressive victory. For Velvet Sky, congrats. Gail Kim, beware.
Velvet wanted the rematch. She gets the opportunity. She gets the shot at the Knockouts Championship against Gail Kim at Lockdown in the Cage.
And what is your prediction for Lockdown between Bobby Roode and James Storm?
My prediction is the same thing's going to happen to Bobby at Lockdown. What's going to happen to Bobby tonight when he faces me? Hogan wants to see me fight the champ. Champ's going to get beat tonight.
Oh, well, hey!
Oh, hey!
Mr. Asshole himself. What? I heard what you said. Yeah, you're gonna beat the champ tonight, just like James is gonna beat me at Lockdown. Are you crazy?
No,
you see these guys right here? You see my personal.
Crazy.
You see my personal security here? They're not here for me. They're here for you. Because I'm gonna give you a chance of a lifetime right now, Ken. I'm gonna let you walk away. Because if you get in the ring with me tonight, you get in the ring with the champ tonight, I'm gonna hurt you. Yeah. I'm gonna hurt you just like I'm gonna hurt James Storm.
Why wait? Why wait till tonight? Let's freaking do it right now!
Yeah?
Hey.
Yeah? Well, let's do it, huh? You wanna get hurt? Yeah. You wanna get hurt, Ken?
I see how it is.
You wanna get hurt?
I got it.
You're gonna get hurt, Ken.
No. That's
Walk
fine.
away,
That's
Ken.
Right. Hey, we don't want to do this back
Walk
here.
away, asshole.
We don't want to do this back here anyway. We want to do it out there for the whole freaking world to see, huh? Oh. Nice. You guys are strack.
It's clear Mr. Anderson's not going to be intimidated. Now we know Eric Bischoff is on his way to the Impact Zone. His confrontation with Hulk Hogan is still to come.
And James Storm, he wants to test himself against one of today's best. AJ Styles, James Storm, up next.
Last Sunday at the Academy of Country Music Awards, the Cowboy James Storm, the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy, they made an appearance on the red carpet with some of country's hottest stars.
We had to come out to the ACMs and hang out with some of my friends and do the red carpet. Just have a great party, have a great time. That's what it's all about. The best thing about the red carpet is you got all these girls going around with all this product in their hair. Look, my hair is better than all of them. Competition is competition. They can't beat me.
Here at the ACMs is really exciting. I've met a lot of cool people.
Thank you.
Music itself is just amazingly huge. It's a universal language, and we're just able to take part in this. It's just really cool.
Welcome to EY's bachelor party. Some quick ground rules. And there's only 2 rules you need to know, and they're exactly the same. What happens at EY's bachelor party stays at EY's bachelor party. And now, my friends, let's get crazy. We got non-alcoholic wine, we got candy, we got suckers, we got laptops. Tonight very easily could be the greatest night of our lives. We didn't invite any of the wrestlers because you know how they're gonna get. Non-alcoholic wine and no strippers, they're not gonna come anyways. And the knockouts, they're definitely not invited. They're throwing themselves at me, guys. You know the kind of pressure I'm under? I've already made my choice. ODB, she's my girl, and we're getting married next week. But now the coup de grace. 2012 fantasy baseball draft. Your first pick. All right, who's it gonna be, man? Oh, I see a lot of guys in your queues. Who's it gonna be? John Olerud? Manny Fernandez, maybe? Whoa, Jose Canseco, good choice. Leon, you're.
What's up, nerds?
Hey, oh my God,
this?
what are you doing here? You're not
This
supposed
is
to.
not a party, boys. Bring it in. I'm giving you a party.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
What is that? Beer? Beer and chicken wings. Whoa, yeah, careful with
You know, I
that.
said no girls at the party, so beat it, broads. Beat it. Go suck on this. I'm sure you're used to it.
They're
All
not my-
right, there you go.
All right.
There you go. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
What? We'll finish this up later, guys.
You're going
Okay.
wrong. You got porn on
All this
thing?
for me. Chicken wings, beer.
Sausage pizza, maybe?
Man, what is... Look it. You know the kind of pressure I'm under. The knockouts are throwing themselves at me, but as you can see, there's no knockouts here, no girls here. You're the only girl for me. I just wanted this bachelor party to be special.
You know what, EY? Once you marry me, every night in our house is gonna be a bachelor party for you, honey. Oh, yeah! Boom!
So we're gonna need the jaws of life to remove Eric's face from the 50-gallon drums of his fiance.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Leapersport, Tennessee, the Cowboy, James Storm.
Imagine what the wedding is going to be like next week here on Impact Wrestling. Eric Young and ODB.
And why wouldn't they get married in a cage? Anyway, right now, my man Cowboy James Storm, the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, got his hands full tonight, and it was his own doing. I respect this out of Storm. You see right there, Montgomery Gentry, which we found out last week was actually two guys. Why it's not Montgomery and Gentry, I don't know. The word "N" goes a long way.
James Storm hanging out in Las Vegas at the ACM Awards with Kiss, and now Montgomery Gentry, part of the Long Necks and Rednecks video that premiered last week. Had such a great time with the Cowboy that they're here tonight in the Impact Zone.
And his opponent from Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Big time matchup on Impact Wrestling, all because of the man in charge, Hulk Hogan. Hulk stated that with Bobby Roode having to face Mr. Anderson later tonight in our Impact Wrestling main event, that James Storm had to have a match as well. The Cowboy knows if he can hit that last call super kick on something the level of the phenomenal AJ Styles, he can hit it on anybody, and James Storm wants to gain that confidence going into lockdown in the world title match. But Taz, let's talk about James Storm and how a loss might affect him tonight if AJ is able to defeat him.
Well, that's a great point, Mike, and you've got to be careful whenever you're in the ring with someone like AJ Styles. A loss can come your way real quick, and I think James Storm knows that. There's a mutual respect and friendship amongst these two excellent competitors right here, and I think we're going to see a battle here in a good way. A true, the spirit of competition, we use that a lot, and I think that's fitting right here. So definitely a challenge for both these men, namely that man right there, the #1 contender, James Storm.
Well, one thing we know, there's mutual respect between these two, and at the same time, you realize and you know that both James Storm, AJ Styles, they are going to bring it. They're going to be at their best.
Completely and absolutely, and like you had kind of alluded to, I think if Cowboy James Storm is not able to get a victory here and AJ defeats him, I mean, AJ is capable of doing it. Well, there's that super kick, that last call super kick. It could definitely negatively affect the momentum of the Cowboy James Storm if AJ were able to get a victory on him right here tonight.
Surprised that the Cowboy had the last call ready so early in this match with AJ, or is he just sending a message?
He's sending a message. I think that's exactly, we heard them chatting about it earlier, Storm and Styles, and talking about that last call super kick. And, you know, if the Cowboy can nail that kick on someone as fast as AJ and elusive as AJ, that'd be very impressive.
Familiarity of these two come into play early on. I want to remind you that it has been well over a year since we've seen them, and they're coming up next. It's the return of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns. They are back tonight.
Yeah, cannot wait for that. Also, still to come in our main event, Mr. Anderson against the World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode. That's still to come.
Quickness of AJ comes to light with the go behind. Storm going to try and use the elbow and does to break the move, but then AJ extends the legs and connects perfectly with the drop kick.
Just one step ahead right there. One step ahead is AJ Styles. Watch that. This is what you got to be careful of.
AJ flies, able to land on the apron as Storm rolls in.
Well, it's pretty well documented. Both these men, as we stated and people know, are very good friends. They know each other very well. So I wasn't surprised right there that Cowboy James Storm was one move ahead of AJ Styles.
Yeah, but this is about the spirit of competition. This is about James Storm, in his mind, getting ready for lockdown in the world title match against Bobby Roode. Nice back heel trip. Floats right over into the side headlock as the Cowboy neutralizes the phenomenal one.
Well, yeah, AJ Styles went for like a high round kick, and you saw how Storm was able to hook it and sweep AJ Styles, and now controlling AJ here with this headlock.
Earlier tonight, we saw Hulk Hogan demand that Eric Bischoff get to the Impact Zone. We understand that Eric is on his way. Boy, I hope he gets here quick.
Yeah, me too, because I'm getting word that Ric Flair is going crazy backstage. He's livid, he's hot, and he wants Eric Bischoff here, so who knows what's going to happen, you know, once Bischoff gets here.
Exchange of chops. Storm gets momentum coming off the ropes. Oh, AJ cuts him off and drops him backbreaker style across the knee.
Going for the cover. There you go. That's smart by AJ. Again, I think that cover was kind of sending a message, just showing the Cowboy James Storm, I might be able to top you at some point in this match, buddy. forcing that kick out.
Off the slam, AJ airborne and drops the knee to the head of Storm.
See that vertical height that AJ gets from an athletic standpoint. It's so hard to do, so difficult to do what he did there. See a Cowboy James Storm trying to get away, but AJ drop step, got himself a rear chin lock, keeping the Cowboy James Storm right in the middle of the ring.
True test for the Cowboy James Storm in anticipation of the world title match in the steel cage, April the 15th in Nashville, Tennessee, at our huge lockdown event as Storm gets back up to his feet. Gonna try and get the grip of AJ weakened with elbows and went for a kick again.
Well, that's what Cowboy James Storm, #1 contender, is so famous for. Hitting that last call super kick out of nowhere. But again, we saw the quickness and speed of AJ Styles able to avoid that kick. And that's why Storm wants to be in this match with someone like AJ, so AJ can test it and prepare him.
Styles able to elevate Storm to the apron, and when you heard that kick from the outside by the Cowboy, it just echoed throughout the impact zone. AJ down, Storm gonna go high risk. Normally you see AJ going to the top ropes, and that time it cost the Cowboy.
Yeah, you're right. You don't normally see Storm do that, and I guess that's the reason why. He just got caught there pretty good by AJ Styles.
See if AJ can follow up the advantage off the kick. Styles gonna go up to the top quickly. Storm able to drop down.
Pounding shots. Look at this here. Well, eye of the Storm, Mike. Oh, God. Holy hell, how high in the air was AJ?
Think of this, how doubly effective the move is. Not only takes AJ out of his game because of he's got him spinning around, but then catch the impact. Oh, Styles crashes down, back and head first to the canvas. Counter by Styles, turns it into the figure 4 leg lock.
That's an extremely deadly hold right there. Very painful, classic figure 4 right there.
Plus it impacts the legs of James Storm. I mean, Storm's going to get that last call super kick. If he can get anything behind it, AJ's trying to stop that.
Oh, absolutely. That's a good way to shut that down. And now a single leg Boston Crab by AJ Styles. Again, trying to take away, we assume, that last call super kick.
Swing and a miss with the clothesline by Storm, and AJ connects with the Pele.
I wonder if James Storm is kind of regretting going to AJ Styles saying, hey, let's have at it. Oh, my God, AJ really hit that top buckle hard.
And that time the Cowboy one step ahead as Storm charges in. AJ put him at the elbow, and they're going to spring back. Oh, out of nowhere. Last call super kick. Cover, pin. Yes, 3 count in the win.
See, that right there is what makes this man, Cowboy James Storm, so deadly for the World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode. See Montgomery Gentry, they're loving it, man. They're loving their boy. Cowboy James Storm got a big win right there.
As we take another look, AJ springing off the ropes. Boom! Storm out of nowhere. Last call super kick, and well, I don't think we have any question about James Storm as he heads into lockdown. Is he ready for the World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode in the cage?
Well, I think so, man. He just got a massive victory over a world-class superstar and a former World Heavyweight Champion, a former Grand Champion, AJ Styles. He didn't just beat some bum right there. He got a victory on AJ Styles. That's legit in my book.
We knew there was mutual respect between these two as Styles brings the trademark beer bottle in and hands it out of respect to the victorious Cowboy. All systems go for James Storm as he heads to lockdown in the world title shot.
Bobby Roode! Next week, man to man, right here in this ring. I just want you to look me in the eye one last time before I kick your teeth down your throat. Sorry about your damn luck.
Well, I have to admit, I can't wait to see that confrontation. Storm and Rude face-to-face next week.
Storm just called out the world champ next week. Sign me up, baby. I can't wait to see that.
Beer skin, beer drinking, Johnny Cash listening.
Brother, we have stirred up a hornet's nest now. They're all restless, brother, so I need you. Godspeed, my brother. Godspeed, Godspeed. Go home. Get better. I need you 100% because I'm going to be high-stepping until you get back. I know you got my back, but you have to be healthy to help me do what I need to do.
Yeah. All right, man. I hear you on that. Hulk, you know me. This is not easy for me to do. I mean, I want to release myself and just be here. The doctors won't let me. I mean, you know what?
You know what, brother? You might get well quicker than you think because I might put a nurse's outfit on and nurse you back to health myself. But I need you 120%, brother. So I got this for now, but we'll be in touch, man. Just go home and get healthy, please.
All right. That's the deal. You call me. Call me no matter what if it gets real heavy.
Gets too crazy, brother. I'm going to call you 911. Stinger, please help, brother. I got this, man. Get ready. Thank you, brother. Get ready. Get ready, man.
Well, there's nothing like having the icon on speed dial if you're in charge. And Hulk Hogan wants the world champ in action. Hulk gets it. Rude versus Anderson still to come.
And check this out, Mike, right here. This is pretty cool, man. They are back. Motor City Machine Guns coming at you next.
Brother, that was awesome, man.
What's up?
Yeah.
Not having fun.
Hell yeah, got it for me.
Nice. Right after I get done taking a shower, we're going to go get 12 more of these. What do you say?
Celebrate, baby. Celebrate. Let's do it. Right on. What about that, man? Impact Wrestling, baby. What about this?
So you guys having a good time here in Impact, huh?
Hell yeah, man. It's awesome. Man.
Now we get ready to go out, celebrate tonight, have a big old time with James.
Wow! I'll be a monkey's uncle, Montgomery Gentry. What's up, boys? Welcome to my show. Welcome to Impact Wrestling. I don't know if we've actually met before, but I'm the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, your World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode.
Who cares, baby? And not
all about James, baby.
All about. Oh yeah, you guys are good buddies with James Storm, aren't you? I was a friend of James a long time ago until I cracked a beer bottle over his head and took his world title. You guys remember that? That was good times, right? Yeah. Well, in 10 days, I'm going to do the same damn thing.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
Ain't gonna happen, my brother. Ain't gonna happen.
You guys drink beer like James?
That's right.
Yeah, I don't drink beer. I'm an athlete. I'm an athlete. I drink a little water. Get back, You believe how Bobby Roode treats James Storm's guest, Montgomery Gentry?
Completely disrespectful right there by the world champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing the team of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Well, the guns are back. Alex Shelley waiting for Chris Sabin. It's time to find out if the Motor City Machine Guns are back on track. Something tells me things about to heat up in our tag team division. The gun's going to be tested by the former champions, Mexican America, as we go back and take a look 1 year ago when Chris Sabin was injured.
Yeah, definitely tore up the knee right there. You see how awkward he landed, he planted, and his knee just tweaked in a really bad way. And ironically enough, against Mexican America.
True test for the Motor City Machine Guns against Anarquia and Hernandez. They have Sarita and Rosita in their corner as well. Let's see how the team from Detroit fares.
Yeah, it's definitely excited to see the Guns back. And speaking of Detroit, tell you what, Mike, I might be moving to Calabasas. I'm going to buy a house there in California.
Speaking of Detroit?
Yeah, my buddy JB, the real JB, that is.
JB?
Justin Bieber, the real JB. Bought a house in Calabasas. He asked me to move next to him. So, I might do that. I might buy a little castle over there. And whenever Justin's in town on the East Coast there, we go to all the clubs in New York City. I take him around the East Coast, show him Manhattan a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, thanks for the warning. Taz moving to California as we see the Guns in their return. How about the extra flight from Chris Sabin? as he comes flying down across Anarchy. And here's the two guys that were in the ring when Sabin suffered the knee injury a year ago.
Well, what I looked at, Mike, was right there when Sabin was legally tagged in. He came off the second rope with a double axe handle, and I tried to see his face on when he landed. His feet landed in the middle of the ring. He looked pretty good. He didn't winch or make a face. That's what winching is. He looked pretty good. Look at the power here, though.
Or flinch.
That too.
Sabin with the chop, had to steam off the ropes, able to roll through and avoid the contact from Hernandez, then drive him down. Faceplant Bulldog in 2. Still to come tonight, the World Heavyweight Champion is in action. It's Bobby Roode versus Mr. Anderson, and we've got to touch on it a little bit more, the disrespect that Bobby Roode showed the guests of the Cowboy, Montgomery Gentry, earlier tonight.
Yeah, definitely was not cool what Roode did, and I'm sure James Storm found out about it by now, and he's probably red hot about it, and I wouldn't blame him.
Cowboys got the home field advantage upcoming at Lockdown. Oh, we know many of his friends are going to be a part of the big event, our pay-per-view April the 15th. It's in his own backyard, Nashville, Tennessee.
The table is set for the Cowboy James Storm, the #1 contender, come Lockdown against the champion Bobby Roode in his own neck of the woods, pun intended.
With a power game of Hernandez, Supermex comes into play. Able to take down Shelley, knocks Sabin off the apron, and then turns things over to Anarchia.
Well, we know that they work well. The Mexican-American works well as a team, obviously. Look at that, able to get out of the way with Sabin.
Some miscommunication there. Shelley quickly to his feet, connects, enziguri, rocks Hernandez. Roll through, here's the tag, here's Chris Sabin.
See, Chris Sabin looks to be as fleet-footed as he was before the injury. So far, so good.
Got to agree, doesn't look like Sabin has lost a step. Shoots Anarchia off into the corner. Corkscrew elbow. Gonna take Anarchia and tie him up in the tree of woe. Here he comes, flying, hesitation dropkick.
Well placed right in the face of Anarchia. And now Sabin, he is ready to roll here. Look at, again, the power holding up that weight, but watch Hernandez behind him.
Hernandez able to sneak in, pull down his own partner. Gonna set Sabin up. He's got Sabin in trouble, but Shelley with an assist from outside.
Sabin got saved by Shelley right there, and I believe, I couldn't tell. It looked like Shelley might have tagged himself in. No, I guess not. I thought he did. Sabin's still legal.
Now the Guns turn their attention to Anarchia. They sandwich him and watch Sabin right through the legs of Shelley's suicide dive on Supermex.
This don't look good right here for Anarchia, Mike.
Guns famous for their teamwork. Here it is. Sabin drops down with the neck break. Shelley flies off the top. Pin, cover, the Guns are back. Time for our direct impact of the night, brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance.
Well, it's been just about a year now since we've seen the Guns in action together. They seem to be cooking on all cylinders, bringing the excitement and exuberation. They get the win.
And that is tonight's direct impact of the night, brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance. For a free quote, call 877-GO-DIRECT or visit directgeneral.com.
We are the Motor City Machine Guns. And we want one thing: the TNA Tag Team titles.
Well, notice given, notice served to the World Tag Team Champions, Samoa Joe and Magnus. Have to admit, Guns look as good as ever.
The Guns are back. They're playing for keeps. They want a shot at those championships.
Eric, whoa.
What's up, man?
You know, I told you on the phone. He's out of control.
Rick.
No. Hey, let me tell you something. You weren't here. He's on a real ego trip right now. He's trying to tell everybody in the company what to do. He's making matches for Lockdown. He's out of control. and he had the nerve to talk back to me and tell me to get you here.
Does he not know that you're a two-time Hall of Famer?
Oh, yeah, I showed him. He don't care.
Does he not know who I am?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Apparently not.
He's going to find out.
Okay. Well,
I promise you. Just settle down.
Okay.
Rick, I know how worked up you get. But I promise you.
We have worked so hard to get control of this place. Don't let him screw it up.
We have control. Just because we're not out there in the middle of the ring at this moment doesn't mean we're not in control. I'm the psychological ninja, remember that?
I know that.
I promise you, before this night is over, I will put Hulk Hogan in a tiny little box that he'll never get out of. Two-time Hall of Famer.
I know you can do it. I know you can do it.
All right, man.
Can you imagine the fireworks when Eric Bischoff comes face-to-face with Hulk Hogan? Bischoff, Hogan, the confrontation is next.
You know, this place is alive and the action's going crazy, even in the back, man. I'm telling you, when these guys come to the back, they are ready for lockdown, no doubt. And as we take care of all the business here in Impact Wrestling, the man that so conveniently wasn't here earlier, I heard a little bird tell me he's arrived. So, Mr. Eric Bischoff, come on down, my brother.
When you think of the history between Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff, Taz, I mean, it goes back something like 20 years. Who would have ever thought that we reached this point, the confrontation between the two, with Hogan as the boss?
Oh, Mike, absolutely. I mean, listen, it's not just that Hogan and Bischoff were best friends, but they're business partners, everything. I mean, and now that's just gone now. Who knows what's going to happen?
Hulk, it's, I don't know, ironic comes to mind that you and I are here at this point on opposite ends of the spectrum, so to speak. I mean, who would have ever imagined, looking back at our careers and our lives, that someone would come to us and says, you know, 2012, you guys are going to be facing each other across an arena on opposite sides of the fence, actually trying to undermine each other. Who would have ever thought that? Not me, but here we are. And now that I recognize it and I realize it, it makes sense, really, when you think about it, because the differences between you and I are, well, too numerous to mention. Let's leave it at that. But the one key difference, the one most important difference between you and I, Hulkster, is that you're not a leader. You're not the type of person that people will follow into battle. You're not the type of person that has a vision that others will base their lives and their careers on. Now you're an opportunist. You tag into whatever situation is the easiest and most likely to benefit you, where I, on the other hand, am a true leader of men with vision, with the power and the intestinal fortitude to make real. That's who I am.
And you are also the leader of blowing hot air into a huge room like the Impact Zone. And you also can blow hot air on and on and on. And you know something, Eric? Since you're such a great leader, brother, we're taking care of all the lockdown business right now, today. So instead of your son Garrett and Gunner in a steel cage, why don't we find out what kind of leader you really are? Why don't you lead the Eric Bischoff team? Why don't you put together Eric Bischoff's finest? And you know what? I'm going to talk to Garrett, and I'm going to have Garrett put together a team. In one way or the other, we're going to make sure that all the business gets taken care of the lockdown. Because with me holding all the cards in the deck as a general manager, I'm going to lay it to you just like this, brother. If your team wins, the team that you put together, Garrett will never, ever be on the roster again here at Impact Wrestling. But on the other hand, if Garrett's team wins, you are going to hit the road, brother. And to make things really, really interesting, if Garrett's team wins, you'll never, ever use the Eric Bischoff name again. I don't care if you're at the mall signing autographs. I don't care if you're on an independent wrestling show shaking and hiding in the corner like you do best. If your team loses, you're out of here and you will never ever use the Bischoff name again. How about it, brother? Do we have a deal?
Oh yeah, we got a deal. You damn right we got a deal.
Okay, Bischoff, Eric Bischoff. So at Lockdown, one way or the other, this thing between you and Garrett ends at Lockdown.
Lethal Lockdown. It's a tradition. It's a staple at our Lockdown pay-per-view, but the stakes, Taz, they've never been higher.
No, you are not kidding. There's a lot on the line here.
You put me in this situation, you are a son of...
You can see Eric Bischoff's livid. I don't blame him. He might be gone out of here if his team loses.
With Hulk Hogan in charge, Bobby Roode can't dictate his schedule. It's the World Heavyweight Champion versus Mr. Anderson, and it's next. Countdown has reached 10 days. We're just over a week away from Lockdown. James Storm in his hometown to challenge Bobby Roode for the world title in the cage.
Me and Bobby both knew that this day was going to come, sooner or later. But we had agreed, may the best man win, not, take a shortcut and do all this. So from being in Lockdown together as a tag team last year to now being opponents for the World Heavyweight Championship, it's a huge turn in 1 year.
I mean, as much as James is such a tough guy, this really bothered him, having Bobby do that to him. And they were so close, and they're always on the road together. And I feel like Bobby saw James more than I did. They're always gone, and to see that happen was a big shock to everybody.
After the split of beer money, my brother called me, and he's pretty devastated. When you spend 3 years on the road with a guy day in and day out, you get a bond, and my brother was devastated.
Bobby stabbed James in the back at the pinnacle of his career on one of the nights that was the most important in his career, when he had something to prove to himself and to his family.
Nobody knows Bobby better than me. He's an animal, plain and simple. I mean, you can look at him and tell that he's a guy that you don't want to mess with. Bobby knows me. Bobby knows that he better not take me lightly also. I mean, he can say what he wants to on TV. He can act as tough as he wants, but he knows deep down inside that if I have the moment, I'm going to knock his lights out. If I know the people in Nashville, Tennessee, when Bobby Roode walks into that building, he better be afraid. And I'm not meaning just be afraid of getting into that cage with me. He better be afraid of even getting to the cage. Because when he goes around and he starts disrespecting people and he starts laying his hands on a woman, people in the South, we don't tolerate that stuff. You lay your hands on a woman, you're not a man. Ever since Sting announced this match, I've been ready for it. This town is ready for it now just because I'm from Leaper's Fork and this is my town, and I'm not letting these people down, they're all gonna come out and support me. Right here is what it's about.
Well, since Mr. Anderson recently returned to Impact Wrestling, he's been thrown into the fire, coming off the match against Jeff Hardy last week. Anderson, a multi-time World Heavyweight Champion himself, he's about to face the reigning title holder, Bobby Roode. We saw it earlier. Anderson's not going to be intimidated.
And his opponent from Toronto, Canada, the World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode.
Well, Hulk Hogan, he made it loud and clear. He made it plain and simple. I'm the boss. I'm the man in charge of Impact Wrestling now, and no one, not even the World Heavyweight Champion, is going to dictate to me. I thought it was absolutely an eye-opener for Bobby Roode earlier tonight when Roode found out that not only would he be wrestling, but he's got to face Mr. Anderson.
Oh, that's definitely an uphill battle, as the cliche goes. And as you see here, behind the World Heavyweight Champion is his own personal security, which Bobby Roode basically told Anderson, the security is for you, not me.
Whoa, referee Brian Hebner telling Roode that his own personal security force is being sent to the back. They're not going to be able to get involved.
Now those guys got to return those suits. Oh, look at that.
And Anderson's not going to wait for the opening bell.
I don't blame Anderson. He saw the opportunity and he jumped all over it.
Especially after Hulk Hogan made this match.
Oh, yeah, that in itself, that was a big curveball thrown right at the self-proclaimed It Factor, meaning the world champion, Bobby Roode. He never expected to come here tonight and have to wrestle, nevertheless, wrestle someone to the caliber of a Mr. Anderson.
And at the bell, it's Anderson in charge and in control. Follows up the edge that he has. Roode going to try to turn it around. Oh, sends him into the corner, but Anderson explodes out with the clothesline.
I think right out of the box, I think Hogan was pissed at Roode because he showed up late for the meeting at the top of the show. And Roode could care less that he showed up late. Because I'm the champ, I do what I want when I want.
Well, you've got to join us next week on Impact Wrestling. I can tell you that history is going to be made because for the first time ever, it's a wedding inside a steel cage when ODB and Eric Young exchange nuptials.
Well, I've seen divorces that ended up in a steel cage, but never a wedding. So what a good way to start a loving, flourishing relationship between ODB and EY. That's next week. It's gonna be something to see. I can say that. And if Bobby Roode now in control, still here.
Wait a minute. Did you hear that? Watch this cover here by Roode, and Anderson kicks out at 2. Did you hear about Hulk Hogan? Ladies and gentlemen, we've just been informed that Hulk has scheduled a best-of-3 series of matches between the teams in Lethal Lockdown. We're talking about Team Eric Bischoff and Team Garrett Bischoff. The team who wins those matches will get the man advantage upcoming in the cage in Nashville at Lockdown. That's huge, but question I have to ask is, who's going to be involved?
Yeah, that's the thing. Who are on these teams? Who's on Garrett Bischoff's team? And who is on Garrett's father's team, Eric Bischoff's team? That's the question. But whoever wins next week gets the man advantage, the all-important man advantage.
And then when you factor in the high stakes in that match, I mean, let's face it, it's either going to be the last time that we see Garrett Bischoff or the last time we see Eric Bischoff.
One of them's going to
one or the other.
Hold on. One of them's going to be gone. Definitely one of them's going to be gone. There will be, after Lockdown, one Bischoff down. And look at Roode now. Now just disrespecting Anderson like we saw the world champion Bobby Roode did earlier tonight to James Storm's guest, Montgomery Gentry, spitting water right in his face.
Anderson able to come back off the ropes with the right hand to answer this onslaught by Roode. But for every punch from Roode, Anderson, he's got one to connect, and now quick turnaround. Anderson shot off into the ropes, and there's the clothesline.
Well, a lot of similarities between these two competitors. They're both arrogant, self-centered fellas, and they're similar in size also.
Whoa!
Probably in the experience world, they're same too, so.
Well, watch this, Anderson off the back body drop for the cover and 2.
Anderson's got something in mind here.
Took him up to the shoulders, but Rude able to fight it off. Oh, doubled him over quick with the boot to the midsection. Gonna go suplex time here, but Anderson stops, counters, and blocks.
Down that fisherman bust, a tough move to counter. Look at that counter. Oh, ref down. Inadvertently, Anderson was pushed into him by Bobby Roode.
You think it was inadvertent?
Maybe not.
With Bobby Roode involved, I'm not sure.
Yes.
Anderson's got the cover, and Anderson should have the pin and the victory, but the referee is down.
Yeah, well, the referee's definitely down and out, and doesn't matter if the refs don't see it, it doesn't happen. I mean, I agree, though. Anderson did have a win on the world champion there. What the hell's going on here?
Rude drops down. One of our fans right at the guardrail.
He snatched a beer from somebody. That's what it looks, a beer in his hand. I think he grabbed that beer out of that one of our fans' hands.
And you see the way that Rude was hiding the beer. The bottle just cracked it, smashed over the head of Anderson.
Look at that. Geez, the glass is all over the ring. The referee's still trying to come through. He's counting.
Oh, Rude does it again. Another loophole. Another shortcut win for the world heavyweight champ as Anderson. You see the blood pouring out of his head. Promised Anderson earlier that he would get hurt, and in the mind of the world heavyweight champion, he just fulfilled that promise.
Well, here comes the #1 contender now, Cowboy James Storm, and I believe that's the new general manager, Hulk Hogan, right there in the ramp behind Storm.
Cowboy headed down to confront his opponent at lockdown. The two are going to be locked in the steel cage in Nashville.
As general manager of Impact Wrestling, I'm reversing this decision. Raise Mr. Anderson's hand, brother. That's right, Rude. I'm reversing the decision. Mr. Anderson is the winner of this match.
Hulk Hogan said it earlier. He said things were about to change in Impact Wrestling, and he's right. Hogan reverses the decision.